it's time. I'm making this video for me. One, so I can try and be able to go back and enjoy this experience, because even though I tell myself I'm going to try to be as present as possible during the 7 to 8 hour race, I also will be running, and eventually it's going to hit a point where I'm not going to be able to get out of my head. I'm hoping for a calm, easy race, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's talk about what we're bringing. First, number one, nutrition. For the last 6 months, I have been using Go One More, and I have been using BPN electrolytes. I usually take 1 scoop of both of these prior to each run, and every hour or so in between. We'll take that before the race, and I'll probably pack some extra electrolytes in my pack to have for my water bottles during the run. Morning before, per usual, 1 scoop BPN Strong Reds, 1 scoop BPN Strong Greens, and 1 scoop of creatine monohydrate. That's just something I do every day anyway. So for breakfast, on top of that, I will be doing 1 cinnamon raisin bagel with some all-natural peanut butter, and then maybe a yogurt with some granola. I'll probably pack that as well. During the race, the plan is to consume just about 1 gel every 30 to 45 minutes. So I've got 7 gels here. I've got a mixture of goos, which are a little thicker and tend to sit a little heavier on my stomach, so I'll probably do those first while my stomach's still fresh. And then I have Science and Sport gels. 2 of these have electrolytes in them. 2 of these have 75 milligrams of caffeine, so these will be, I definitely want these towards the end of the race. And this one's got 40 grams of carbohydrates, which is about double what the normal ones do, so this might be a mid-race, but for gels, that is what we're taking. Obviously, there'll be extra food and stuff, not a lot, but extra food at the 5 aid stations. So we'll pick out what we can when we get there, but I think I should be able to do fine on my electrolyte drinks and my gels. I also have some Cliff Bars. It's for some more dense calories and some extra fat. Let's talk about kit now. Kit. Other than the required kit, which this is a fairly small required list. They do require a GPX, some way to track the GPS or the route. So I have my Garmin Phoenix 7, which I have the GPX file loaded to. So we'll be able to use that to track the route. It's a fairly well marked course from what the website says, and from what I've heard from other people, it's a really easy race to follow, not necessarily to run. So we've got a small medical kit with a foil blanket. That was a mandatory item. Recyclable, collapsible speed cup, because they're a recycle friendly event. So any of the drinks and stuff they have at the aid stations, you have to have one of these if you want a drink. I have a headlamp. The race starts at 8 a.m. It should be fairly light out at that time. Hopefully, if the weather's good. It's supposed to be nice and sunny, cool, but nice and sunny the entire time. The other required kit is a rain jacket. I have that packed in my my dry bag. They do require trail shoes. The trail shoes that I will be running in are the Adidas Agravic Flow 2 trail running shoes. I've been running in those for the last couple weeks, and they feel really good on my feet, so I'm not worried about my shoes at all. I will be running in stance socks because stance socks are superior. Oh, the most important thing that I will be wearing to carry all of my gear is my Solomon Active Skin 8-liter pack. So I'll have at least a liter of water with me at all times during the race. All my required kit and everything will be in this at the start of the race. On top of that, I will be running in my Adidas Terex trail running shorts, Nike top and base layer that I'll be wearing, and I'll also be running in my CLE BPN collab Go One More hat. I think that's it as far as kit. I don't think I missed anything. Tonight we are getting all packed up, and then tomorrow after work we're heading straight down there. Me and a buddy, his name is Nathan. He last minute is joining me on the trip, so shout out to him. Should be a good time, and we're excited. We're feeling good, body is healthy, we've been stretching, legs feel good, tapered correctly. It should be a good race. Mentally, I'm ready. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. I'm not at all worried about finishing the 56 kilometers / 34.5 miles. For those of you watching, thanks. I appreciate it. And hopefully I see you guys at the finish line. Okay, good morning. We are here in Wareham, United Kingdom. We just arrived and we are registered number 3084. Race doesn't start for another 50 minutes. It is frigid out here, 43 degrees. But it feels good. The sun's coming up, and it's supposed to be beautiful all day. Clear skies, nice and sunny. The views are going to be amazing. So we're going to sit in the car for a little bit, get warmed up, and then about half an hour before the race we'll get out, start stretching, and get this thing done. We are underway. The excitement has got to me already. I gotta slow my pace down. I'm running about 3 minutes ahead of my normal pace. But Nate is already way out there, so we'll see him in a couple hours. But it's beautiful. Let's go. As it goes, I ran my first mile of 35 at 9:20, which is my half marathon pace. So we're backing it off. We gotta slow down so we can make it. Alrighty, just went through the first aid station, somewhere around 11K. Got some snack. This is why we trail run. This is why we do ultras. If you know, you know. What a pleasure. Good morning, guys. Don't mind us. Wow. This is amazing. This is fantastic.
Well, we made it up the hill. It was way easier going up than going down. Going down, it was straight vertical. I mean, that sucked. But we did it. I think that's the biggest climb. I'm not sure though. Just kind of run with it. Look at this. Wow. Just left the second aid station at just under 16 miles. 3 hours and 30 minutes. We're a couple minutes behind our goal pace, but that's because I had to go to the toilet in the bush. So that's okay. But got a few small climbs and one more big climb. And then we're home free. Just about 4 miles until the next aid station, so should be nice and quick. Okay, we just hit the third aid station. That last 8K was brutal. I'm just at 21 miles. I don't know how I'm still going. Yeah. That way? Oh yeah, I want some Skittles. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Got some Skittles. I mean, we're going. Just hit 21 miles. 4 hours and 56 minutes. I got 2 hours to get to the next aid station before the cutoff. It's only 12K. I think we can do it.
Just under 5K to the next outpost. You're all good.
Just left the final outpost. 10 kilometers left. Looks like one hill, and then it's supposed to be all downhill from there. Somewhere around 28 miles. 28 miles in. It's just carbonation. I had a bit of Coke. I'm not doing good. I'm gonna finish, but I'm not doing good. See you at the finish line. We're in the last mile. I literally don't have anything left. I'm not entirely sure how I'm walking. I think the only thing that's keeping me going is the fact that I gotta get to the car somehow. We're in the last half to 3/4 of a mile. I really want to run, but I physically can't because I just want to be done. Overall, this experience it was a lot. I can't confidently say if I'll ever do one again. That could be the pain talking. All I know is it was definitely beautiful. I went from running through villages to climbing cliffs along the ocean to running through forests. I've been moving for 8 hours and 31 minutes. We're almost to the finish line.
Hello. As you're watching this, my time it is the 21st of January 2024. Over 3 months since the clip you just saw. Obviously you did not see me at the finish line. That doesn't mean I didn't finish. I did in fact finish. I just, at the end of that race, I was unbelievably exhausted. I'd never done anything like that before. And so when I crossed the finish line, there was a lot of emotion. And I really just wanted to get the heck out of there. I wanted nothing more than to get something to eat and to get off my feet. So I didn't take a video, which I regret. But that moment at the finish line and those final seconds of the race, I'll always have in my mind, but I'll never get to rewatch on video. Let's talk about the race a little bit. Full transparency, going into that race, the furthest I had run was 20 miles in one session. That race ended up being about 35 miles. It tracked differently for other people. My race ended up being about 35 miles. Took me 8 hours and 48 minutes to finish. I might include a snapshot of my Strava on the screen. In that last clip, I said I might never do this again, and I said it was probably the pain talking. 100% it was the pain talking. I'm ready to go again. It was an awesome experience. I enjoyed it so very much. There was a moment in between the fourth aid station and the final aid station where there was a really big decline next to the bay into a really large, I would say 45-degree hands and knees climb. Just before that climb, as I was coming down the hill, Kelsey, my wife, was waking up in the US. And so somehow on the edge of the coast, I had amazing service, so I FaceTimed her just to show her the, what I was seeing, but also I just needed some encouragement going into what was actually the final climb. I know I had said multiple times previously in the video that I think this is one or more climb. I was so wrong. There ended up being like nearly 4,000 or nearly 5,000 foot of elevation gain over 35 miles. I was not ready for it, but I did it. And I actually ran the last half mile. I was so unbelievably exhausted, but once I could hear the bell, like the cowbells of the finish line, I knew I was right there. And your mind is so powerful. I was like, okay. And I just started running. And the last 0.3 of a mile of the 35 miles that I already ran, I was running at like a 9-minute mile pace. I was hauling. Considering I had just trekked more or less 35 total miles. I don't want to make this outro too long because I don't want the video to be too long, but it was an amazing experience. The Maverick team hosted an amazing race. I will definitely be doing one of their races again in the future because it was really well organized and super easy to follow. So definitely be looking forward to another ultra this year. There are a bunch of other goals I have for this year, but I'm gonna maybe make another video and start documenting what I'm doing over the year. If you want to see that, consider subscribing to my channel. If you know me and you want to see what I'm doing, subscribe, because there's probably plenty more of these types of races in the future. So thank you for watching. I feel like there's so much more I could talk about, but I'm not gonna because I don't make this too long. So that's it. My first ultra is completed, and a seed has been planted into this new interest of mine, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Peace out.